What's up everyone, Tony here, and today we are going to take a look at the much anticipated Ultra Instinct Goku, who is now finally playable here in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Ultra Instinct Goku, to me at least, has always felt like one of the most requested DLC characters for Dragon Ball FighterZ, I think for pretty obvious reasons. He looks cool as hell and moves cool as hell. In other words, the two key ingredients for a great fighting game character. The form made its debut in Dragon Ball Super Episode 110, which originally aired in October of 2017. With FighterZ initial release in January 2018, it seemed like the playable roster was already locked in long before anyone knew about Goku's new, powerful form. But it was blatantly obvious that soon enough, he'd be added to the game as DLC. What I didn't expect though was 2 full seasons of DLC and 2 years passing by without Ultra Instinct Goku being one of those DLC characters. Finally though, with Season 3, here we are. 2+ years after the form's initial appearance, Ultra Instinct remains Goku's most powerful transformation and is seen plastered all over various kinds of Dragon Ball marketing. It's definitely the most pushed look for Goku at the moment, and for good reason. Can't go wrong with a shirtless, buff-ass Goku with silver hair. And now, with his appearance in Dragon Ball FighterZ, we hit playable Goku number 6. And finally, every major transformation Goku has seen throughout the franchise's history is represented in some form here in FighterZ. The point has been beaten to death worse than Vegeta on Namek, but there are a lot of Gokus here in FighterZ. We can fight a unique team of Gokus against another unique team of Gokus. It's definitely overkill, but I do think it's pretty cool to see just how much of the character has been translated into the gorgeous Dragon Ball FighterZ engine. I do think it's safe to say that until Super returns and the main story moves forward, this is going to be the last DLC Goku we get. Unless they decide to give us young adult Goku from the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai? Or who could forget Ginyu Goku, complete with Scouter? Or what about the Gigi from Movie 4? Oh man, why am I giving them ideas? We are so gonna get Super Saiyan God Goku as a DLC character. Oh my god, please. Arc System Works, let it end here, please. Anyways, all jokes aside, we're here to talk about Ultra Instinct Goku. I've been hyped to see this character in the game for a very long time now. It's no secret that the art and animation quality of Dragon Ball Super wasn't great at the beginning, but it got gradually better and better as the series went on, peaking with the final few episodes, where Ultra Instinct Goku is basically the star of the show. Some of the best animated scenes, most memorable music, and overall wonderful moments in the entire show revolve around Ultra Instinct. So with today's side-by-side comparison, we're going to see how well Arc System Works was able to capture some of those gorgeously animated scenes from the anime and translate them into video game form. We'll also look at 2 dramatic finishes today, one that was just added to the game with Ultra Instinct Goku, and the other that was actually added with Kefla, but I decided it would make more sense to cover in this video, since it does involve Goku, Jiren, and the ending of Super. Let's not waste any more time and get right into it.
Jiren, こっからが本当の勝負だ。
Ultra Instinct Goku's intro cinematic is based mainly on the transformation scene at the end of Super Episode 129, where we see the silver-haired, mastered version of the form come out for the first time.
Jiren, こっからが本当の勝負だ。
Goku takes a deep breath while in black-haired Ultra Instinct sign form, and then the mastered version is born. I absolutely love this extreme close-up, followed by the perfect replication of that little twinkle in his eye. Like, you know he's about to mess someone up real bad. From what I could tell, the quick shot of Goku landing effortlessly with his eyes closed to start the intro has no one-to-one direct analog in Super. But I think it does a great job capturing the overall feel and demeanor of the Ultra Instinct sign form and how Goku moves around while in that form. There are a number of occasions in Super where we see Goku kinda moving around on autopilot like this. As well, plenty of close-ups resembling this shot where Goku slowly opens his eyes. Overall, I think this intro is pretty much the perfect encapsulation of the Ultra Instinct form, and does a great job replicating the transformation scene that concludes episode 129. Even today, watching it back, it's such a hype moment, and that's the kind of feeling I want to have when starting a match in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Nice job, Arc System Works. Next up, let's check out Ultra Instinct Goku's 2 level 1 supers. Both are based on techniques originally used by Ultra Instinct Sign Goku, but unfortunately, the black-haired form isn't a selectable alt costume, which is a real shame since the model is in the game. We'll see more of it in the dramatic finish later in this video, and mods for playable Ultra Instinct Sign Goku are already popping up. I think this is kinda unfortunate, but it seems like Arc System Works has a policy in place that doesn't allow them to give us other forms as alt costumes. Even in a case like this, or say Super Saiyan Gogeta, where the difference between the forms is basically just the color of the hair. I say, if we could get Pigtail Videl as an alt costume, they should give us Ultra Instinct Sign Goku with the blue undershirt. Arcsys, you're killing me. Anyways, Ultra Instinct Goku's first level 1 is the Accelerating Battle Spirit, which can be extended into the Unpolished Instinct by burning another meter. And this is easily one of the best level 1s in the entire game. The cinematic is basically a love letter to one of my favorite scenes in all of Dragon Ball Super. It's straight out of episode 110, where we saw one of the first true showcases of the power of Ultra Instinct, and that scene was brought to life by 3 of the biggest names in Dragon Ball Super animation: Naoki Tate, Yuya Takahashi, and Naotoshi Shida. All 3 of these legends are represented well with this level 1, and it absolutely kicks ass. This is just a cool ass move. The cinematic is directed super well, it looks great, and I love it so much. His second level 1 is the Guiding Impulse, which works as a counter super. This technique is so unique, and I think it's a great choice for this character. You certainly wouldn't see any of the other Gokus using a move like this. It has Ultra Instinct written all over it, and this kind of totally unique movement is why I think the form has become such a fan favorite. Most of the move is a 1-to-1 match with this sequence from episode 110. But for the final hits at the end there, I actually think it evokes this movement seen in episode 129 a bit more. As you can see, Goku is clearly doing the super cool guy, I'm throwing strikes so quickly that it looks like I'm not even moving thing. Whereas in episode 110, he just throws a bunch of punches and kicks that you could actually see, and that doesn't really match up with what we see in the game. I like that Arcsys tweaked this a little bit, because those invisible to the naked eye super fast strikes are always cool as hell. Finally, let's check out Ultra Instinct Goku's level 3 super, the Silver Dragon Flash. The cinematic here is influenced by a number of scenes from Super Episode 130, which I have to say might be the single best looking episode of Super ever. It's held together mainly by this insane 47-second cut from Naotoshi Shida. We couldn't have asked for a better showcase of the new mastered Ultra Instinct form. The motion is absolutely insane, the impact on every hit is explosive, we get this just demonic shot of Ultra Instinct Goku as he lands a huge punch on Jiren, and yes, even the classic Sheeta Shuffle makes an appearance. Overall, I think this level 3 looks really good by any standard, but at the same time, it really had a lot to live up to. This entire sequence from episode 130 is like the ultimate cut of Dragon Ball animation. It's about 47 seconds of pure Naotoshi Shida crack. He absolutely goes off, and the end result is nothing short of a masterpiece. It's arguably the best a Dragon Ball TV episode has ever looked in motion. So is that insane amount of motion and that patented Shida style captured in this level 3 super in Dragon Ball FighterZ? I don't quite think so, as good as it does look. We'd probably need a full-on dramatic finish, something at the level of Gogeta's dramatic finish with Broly, to get that kind of detail out of a fighter cinematic. We didn't even get the Sheeta Shuffle. Arxis, please. Maybe Unreal Engine 5 will provide enough power to capture such greatness, perhaps in a next-gen Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. Nonetheless, at least we got the money shot of Sheeta's Goku punching a fool in the face, and as long as we got that, honestly, I'm pretty happy. Finally, let's check out Ultra Instinct Goku's outro cinematic.
おめえほどのやつだったら、ほんとは気づいてんじゃねえんか?
The outro here shows a bit of creativity on the part of Arc System Works, because when you go back and watch the scenes featuring Ultra Instinct Goku, pretty much every time the form wears off, it's against Goku's will. He either runs out of energy and reverts back to his base form, or it's something super graphic and violent looking like this. Imagine this as his outro cinematic. Jesus, what a face.
おめえほどのやつだったら、ほんとは気づいてんじゃねえんか?
There's pretty much no triumphant Ultra Instinct Goku scene to use as inspiration for an outro cinematic in FighterZ, so instead, they decided to go with this scene of Ultra Instinct Goku flexing and staring at his fist during the fight against Kefla. I guess that works? Sure, why not? I guess he's like amazed by the power flowing through his veins. That's cool, I'll allow it. Then, to finish things off, he hits the classic Raging Demon Akuma pose with his back to the camera. The pose is seen most prominently in the posters for the Tournament of Power arc, as well as in the various Dragon Ball Super eye catchers. Considering the lack of material to pull from, I think Arxis did a pretty good job here. Can't really argue against that classic badass Akuma pose. But that's not all for today. Let's finish up with the two latest dramatic finishes added to the game. First up is a dramatic finish I was praying would see the light of day once Kefla and Ultra Instinct Goku were added to the game, and Arc System Works did not disappoint.
今のオラにゃここまで熟とか。
A lot of creative liberties were taken here with this cinematic. ArcSys did not just go for a one-to-one replication of the anime, but instead managed to combine Goku transforming into Ultra Instinct from the end of episode 115 with the complete onslaught of crazy ki blast from Kefla in episode 116. Then, of course, it all culminates with the already iconic scene of Goku riding the giant ki wave with a partially charged Kamehameha and unleashing the full blast right in Kefla's face. So, how did Arc System Works do bringing this awesome scene into Dragon Ball FighterZ? In the end, I like what I'm seeing here, but it's far from perfect. This might sound like nitpicking, but this is easily one of my favorite moments in all of Dragon Ball Super, and a lot of that has to do with the direction from the original scene in Super. A lot of the little flourishes from the anime that created tension and ultimately resulted in the finish being super satisfying simply aren't here in the FighterZ version. Goku's close calls in the anime were so great, with his hair getting blasted off and his skin being grazed by Kefla's attacks. Unfortunately, this is absent in FighterZ, and Goku just kinda dodges the blast. It's stylish, but I loved the anime version a lot more. And then there's the finale. I thought the double instant replay we saw in the show was so damn badass, and I wish it could have been there in the game as well. It just added so much to that moment and made the move feel that much more impactful. Seeing this all-powerful fused warrior getting slaughtered not once, not twice, but 3 times by that full-powered Ultra Instinct Kamehameha, that is everything. So I would have liked to see it here in FighterZ. And we're not even gonna talk about this. What is this? What is this face, Goku? What is going on here? How did this get through? What is this? What is this face? What happened here? I must know. Anyways, it's not perfect, but like I said, I had extremely high expectations for this dramatic finish, given how much I love the original scene. The Gogeta vs. Broly dramatic finish will always be my golden standard for replicating the original material perfectly and capturing all the little details as well. That's the kind of attention to detail I like to see, and unfortunately, this dramatic finish doesn't quite hit that very high bar. Luckily, we have another one to look at today, so let's see if my unreasonably high expectations are met with dramatic finish number 2. Okay, now we're talking. The stunning finale to the Tournament of Power from the final episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 131. For a moment, Goku and Frieza put their past issues aside and team up in order to eliminate Jiren and win the tournament for Universe 7.
次は勝つ。また会おう、孫悟空。
First, a couple of quick nitpicks. Number one, I wish they could have added Android 17 in there somehow just to replicate the show perfectly. Number two, I really wish we had a Tournament of Power stage added to the game. It's actually a pretty glaring omission at this point, considering how many Tournament of Power references, characters, and dramatic finishes we now have here in the game. And that's it. Everything else about this dramatic finish is freaking incredible. The original 1 minute scene from Super was animated by the absolute legend himself, Yuya Takahashi. Between his incredible art, the music, the pace, the close-ups, and all of that screaming, this is the hot-blooded finale, an arc as epic as the Tournament of Power deserved. And I'm happy to say I think all of that greatness from the anime version comes across masterfully here in the game as well. I will never get tired of that shot of Frieza and Goku side by side. It's so damn good. I also really like the ending of the scene in the game as well, where we see Goku goes to check on the homie Jiren and shakes his hand. It's wholesome as hell, it's classic Son Goku, and I think this dramatic finish kicks ass. Well done, Arc System Works. And with that, we are going to wrap it up for today's side-by-side comparison. Overall, I think Arc System Works did a tremendous job here with Ultra Instinct Goku. All of his movements, his normals, special moves, and cinematics are wonderful representations of the character we saw kicking ass in the Dragon Ball Super anime. The dramatic finishes are also fantastic, bringing new life to two of my absolute favorite moments in all of Dragon Ball Super. Ultra Instinct Goku here in Dragon Ball FighterZ is really just a celebration of what Dragon Ball Super ended up becoming towards the end with the Tournament of Power arc. A well-animated and well-drawn show packed with memorable and satisfying moments that is certainly worthy of the Dragon Ball name. Going forward, I know we'll be seeing a lot more of Ultra Instinct Goku, but for now, when it comes to Dragon Ball FighterZ at least, we can all rejoice. No more Gokus! This has to be it, at least for a while. That leaves us with 3 more characters left to be revealed with this current season of DLC. Who would you like to see as the next playable character? Let me know in the comments below. With Kefla and Ultra Instinct Goku added to the game, honestly, to me at least, those were the last 2 must-have characters. From here, all bets are off. I think they're gonna have to get a bit more creative now. Do we get a less traditional character like a Mr. Satan, Master Roshi, or possibly even Bulma with a tricky moveset comprised of various different capsules? Or will they just kind of go down the list a bit further and simply add some more traditional fighters like a Rubrian, Raditz, Pan, Great Monkey Baby? I mean, there's no shortage of characters, just look at Xenoverse 2 or the Budokai Tenkaichi games. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. If you like this video and want to see more Dragon Ball related content, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. As of right now, we have no idea when the next piece of Dragon Ball FighterZ DLC will be announced, but I have a feeling we'll get word sometime this summer, as I figure we would have heard something either around E3 time in June or at EVO in August. Either way, I'll be covering the new DLC character with a side-by-side comparison video just like this, along with any huge Dragon Ball news if it comes up. But that's going to do it for today, so until next time, thanks so much for watching everyone, and take care.